Hey guys, this is Andrew for TRENDLINES.com. So in my videos, I like to show you guys how I set up my trades. So I'm here to make some technical analysis with you. Today I'm going to talk about Gamestop, and I'm going to try to show you all the different signals that I'm seeing on the charts and how I use the signals to build my scenarios and to select my preferred one. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so I'm following GameStop, since I basically started my channel. So this stock is moving with very strong moves when it's going up actually, and then it's consolidating, and we had this whole period of time where basically nothing much was happening, and now we are having, to me, a different situation, guys. We're having here this breakout once again. This is the huge breakout that happened here, the most important one, guys, the one that is telling me that we are starting the third wave, that is going to 800. In this breakout, we had here the first wave, 1 2 3 4 5, then correction. All right, so this is basically the situation that I'm giving you guys for quite some time, since basically this breakout happened on the 25th of May. You can go and check the videos I was making at that time, so roughly 1 month ago. And I told you that we're going to go higher, roughly to the 300 area, and then come back to the 220, guys. And this is what happened. Now, let's zoom in a little bit and let me show you guys what I'm seeing here. So the first thing I want to show you guys is that here we're having this unidentified pattern here. So basically ABC. And, usually after an ABC, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But here we're having this, kind of wedge pattern, flat, I'm not sure, doing this kind of double top, double bottom pattern. And it's funny to see this after, this sharp ABC. But look, guys, what actually you can compare it to. You can go on AMC chart because, guys, AMC did this move, but before. And then we had this amazing strong move up. And here, guys, when we broke out here, this is the same breakout. I just connected the highs that happened in the same time. Here it was 25 and 15. And then I can draw this trend line. We have the breakout here. Then we corrected. And look, guys, look. If I go on the hourly time frame, so I'm basically going to use the same time frame. And I come back to this breakout that happened here. This is the breakout that GameStop just did. And this is the correction to the 220 area. And look what kind of pattern I had. Just here, ABC, and then the same unidentified kind of double top here. And then we had the strong move up. And look, GameStop is doing the same thing. So why not having the same outcome? And here having this strong move up of the third of the third that would start maybe on Monday. And this would go together with my analysis on AMC, where I'm seeing actually the end of the corrective pattern that we're having here as well. So this is AMC. And I told you guys that I have different scenarios, but that my preferred scenario is that we stay above this 50 period moving average on the hourly time frame and that we do the strong move up. So maybe this would go together. It makes sense for me. Now, let me analyze the facts like I like to do first, and then I'm going to interpret those facts and tell you my different scenarios. So for now, the first fact, guys, is that we're having this double top, double bottom pattern, just like we did for AMC. We are around the 220 area. That was the area where I wanted GameStop to trade roughly at this time before the strong move up. So this is all good for me. In terms of fibs, guys, fibs are very good to use to know like how deep was the correction. We are only to the 61.8%, 213. Let me do it perfectly. Right, the 214 area, guys, is basically exactly where we closed, is the 61.8% retracement. So once again, the 50 and the 61.8 are the very typical retracement level where we see the second waves going to before bouncing back. So this is all good. This is just looking perfectly fine for me in terms of levels. If we go below this, I'm going to start to worry, but I have kind of lower level below which I need to rebuild kind of my analysis. That is 180. I'm going to come back to this. But for now, we are at the 61.8% retracement level of the first wave, which is totally fine for me. And let me show you guys something more interesting that we're having here. On the hourly time frame, guys, once again, you know that I really like to use divergences. And here, look what we're having. I showed you we have a bearish exaggerated divergence on AMC, but we have the opposite divergence on GameStop actually here. The market is not making lower lows. even making like higher lows, basically lower highs. Let's say it's making lower highs and roughly the same lows, and in the same time the MACD is going higher. So this is a bullish exaggerated divergence. It's this one, basically the MACD going higher and the price action making a double bottom. So this is what we're having. This is bullish. And here see that we're having this kind of wedge pattern that we usually have before breakouts. So basically this is telling me that this move down is weaker now, and that bears, they can't make new lows, they just can't do it. The buying power is too strong for the bears to make new lows. And you can see this because the MACD is going higher. So this is showing that the trend is starting to reverse. So I'm expecting here a breakout coming soon. Now, what do we want to see, guys? This is what we want to see. Here you can see I connect the highs that I have here and, a typical scenario. So let's call it my preferred scenario, guys. Let's call it my preferred scenario would be we go here higher, we retest it, and bam. And then we go here and we do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go here, bam, bam. And then the second wave doesn't need to go that low, all right? This is just approximative, but most likely it will go higher. So here you want to see this breakout around the 225.7 area. We go higher, we retest it on the very short term, guys, very short term. So here you need to be quick if you want to enter this trade, but this is a very good signal that I would use to enter my trade. I wait for the market once again to trade here above, and then I buy the retest. So I would be a buyer here, guys, in this area. I wait for a breakout. So once again, breakouts, you need 2 consecutive candles on the time frame you're watching, and you need the confirmation in time and spot. All right. So the breakout needs to be high enough. We don't want to trade this kind of fake breakouts, and you need to have some strong associated volumes. So it's confirming that the breakout is correct. So let's have a look at the financial data quickly. Okay. So Gamestop is now trading at 215. So we have around 7% of synthetic short interest. So once again, here I compute all the option open interest. I compute the delta myself using Black-Scholes formula, guys, this formula here. And then I compute the exposure that I have for every maturity and every strike. And I sum it up, guys, and I have almost 1 billion USD in synthetic short exposure. Then I add this data to the regular short interest that is roughly around 12 million on the 28th of May. I'm waiting for the 15th of June data to be released. It's not here yet. So we're having roughly 27% of short interest, which is a lot, guys, which means there are a lot of people to squeeze, a lot of market makers or hedge funds that are keeping the short positions on this market. Then I'm having as well still, guys, you've probably seen this many times, but if you're new on my channel, you need to see this, guys. This is the craziest distribution of options that I've ever seen in my life. I'm an option trader. I resigned last week, but whatever. And I've seen this kind of distribution many times, and I've never seen something like this. Gamestop is the one that has the most crazy option open interest distribution with the 800 strike covering almost by itself all the other strikes. It's amazing, guys. And so this 1 billion mostly comes from the 800 strike. In terms of exposure, not yet, but in terms of number of shares, it does. So this is very bullish, and this is going to create the gamma squeeze and some very bullish momentum if we start to go higher. But we will, I think, according to my analysis. So guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to click on the sub, like, and bell button so you're going to be the first to know when I upload anything new. And stay close to shore. See you guys.